Bienvenue to A Squared the podcast.
My name's Alexandria and I can't speak French.
And it's your favorite twin, Arianna?
Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Hey, guys, welcome back to A Squared the podcast. It's your favorite twins,
Arianna.
and Alexandria.
There we go.
Wow, look at that.
The French really threw Lexi off.
It did, guys.
But
I can barely speak English, so. Guess what?
New news!
Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce just got engaged like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah. I'm wearing a Taylor. You guys, can you tell?
Big day for the unemployed. That's not what we're talking about here today, guys.
If you can't tell by the hats and the beginning intro, we went to Paris and we want to talk about Paris. We went with our best friend in the entire world, Arianna.
My British baddie.
Look at this cute little photo of us. There's a photo of us. Aren't we cute?
Yeah, we met Arianna a couple years ago
at IJM.
And yeah, we've just stayed friends ever since. She lives in England. So yeah, pretty much we flew.
We flew in.
We were there for 13 days.
Our whole trip was like 2 weeks total.
Yeah, 13 days.
So we flew from Nashville to New York, spent the night in New York. Then that day we went to the Met. We saw the brand new exhibit for the Met Gala thing that they do. It was pretty good. It was just the suiting one, but you guys.
I got a hot dog.
Lexi got a hot dog. You guys aren't really here to talk about that though. Then our flight was at like 10 at night.
Hopped off the plane at LAX for the.
We were not at LAX. We were at JFK.
Technically, we hopped off the plane at Heathrow. So,
well, we went from JFK to England on British Airways, and then we got in bright and early at like.
It was so early.
9 in the morning, 10 in the morning.
The time change is rough because from Tennessee, London is 6 hours, and then in Paris it was 7 hours.
It was like 5 in the morning, and Lexi and I were just going to bed, and then we'd wake up at like 8 throughout the whole trip.
Yeah,
and then
the first like couple days was really rough.
Yeah, like we took naps every day, and everyone was just so tired, except Arianna because she's obviously
she's closer to the time.
Yeah, she's closer to the time zone, so like. We would like do an activity and we'd be like, we're so tired, we need a nap.
But yeah, so pretty much we got in that day, and Arianna, she took
we met her in England.
Coach into London. She was already in England, so we did meet her in England.
I was saying we met her in England.
Yeah, and she took a coach to London, and then we spent the night in London. Why are y'all laughing at me?
You're such a brat.
Anyway,
we didn't really do anything.
No,
in London.
Literally
we looked around a little bit. Got food.
And then we went to sleep. And then we woke up the next day.
And went on the Eurostar.
Hopped on the Eurostar.
That was a little adventure. Okay, guys. So I don't know if you guys know this about the Eurostar. It's a train that takes you from England to like Paris, Belgium.
It goes across like Europe and whatnot.
It goes across parts of like the closer parts of Europe. Well, you go underwater. How cool is that? So I thought it was going to be like an aquarium.
Bro thought she was gonna see like Bro thought she was gonna see like freaking the sharks from Finding Nemo or something down there.
First off, they're Australian. Second of all, I thought I was gonna like get to see fish and stuff, but I found out it's the water, dirt, the tunnel, and then more dirt underneath. So we're not even like actually near water. I was really upset by that. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
Dirt tunnel around the
what?
So we're just in like a dirt tunnel.
Yeah. So
the train wasn't bad.
No, the food was
actually kind of mid on the train. It kind of scared
disgusting to me.
They gave us cold chicken, which was very interesting. Like it was purposefully cold. I don't think I've ever had that
purposefully cold chicken. And then we got in on the Eurostar. We go to our hotel.
Oh my gosh, it was so hot.
It was so hot. It was icky, and Arianna had on a sweater. Poor girl.
She was dying. And
then we checked into our hotel. Our hotel rooms were gorgeous. We had a beautiful view,
and you could see the Arc de Triomphe.
Arc de Triomphe, yeah.
Yeah, I said that.
We couldn't see the Arc de Triomphe.
You could pretty much see it. It was like 5 minutes.
It was down
like a 5-minute.
We were close. We could see like the very top
of the Eiffel Tower.
And at night you could see like the little like rotating light that they had. That was really cool. And our room was like a 3-story apartment.
Mm-hmm.
It was so cool. But the first day, what did we do? We were there for so long.
Yeah, so that was kind of like our first day in, but then our first full day there, we went over to the Eiffel Tower, and
we looked at the Eiffel
Tower. We looked at the Eiffel Tower, which it was cool. I definitely liked looking at the Eiffel Tower at night better than I did during the day. It was I thought it would be a little bit bigger than it actually was. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, guys. I thought it was gonna be bigger than it actually was.
We did that, and then we went to go look at the Louvre because we were like, oh, let's go. Mommy thought you didn't need tickets, so we just like went over, and then you needed tickets, so we couldn't get in that day, and I was very upset. But they did have a Pop Mart, so we went to Pop Mart.
And then we also went to like this little souvenir shop right outside of it.
Yeah.
And this was the first time this exact souvenir shop scammed us because I think they charged me $15 for a lighter. I don't buy lighters in America, but I'm feeling that's a little steep. So, and then we ended up going back to the room, took a nap, got back up, and then we went to that was the night we walked up the
Arc de Triomphe.
248 steps of
286 steps.
286 steps.
And no air conditioning.
It was nighttime though. It wasn't that hot.
Ooh, Mom and I are highly
Y'all are always hot. I'm always cold.
I know I'm always hot. But we went up that was cool. We went at nighttime so we could see like the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, the Eiffel Tower. We never saw it sparkle though. Not while we were up there.
Oh, we saw the Eiffel Tower.
But no, they were dying. Like the steps up were definitely rough because obviously I've had 2 knee surgeries. So
and then I have leg issues from my spine surgery, so I was having issues with that. And then Mom also has had a broken back, so her back was hurting her. It was just a little rough getting up all those stairs.
But it was fun nevertheless. It was super, super pretty up there.
It was really pretty up there.
And you could see literally the whole city. So
there was like a slight gust breeze of air, and that was nice.
But then after that, we went back to the room, and we went to sleep, and we woke up the next day, and we went to the Dior Museum.
That was so good. So great.
I didn't really pay attention to it. Museums are not my thing. I ended up.
So you can imagine how Lexi was.
I found a bench and I put on the Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift podcast and I listened to that. And then I found my way into the cafe and had the world's greatest cheese and ham sandwich I have ever eaten in my life.
The Dior Museum was amazing. Obviously, I love museums and I love fashion.
Highly recommend the ham sandwich there.
I recommend going to the Dior Museum if you can. You had to get reservations. The line to like walk up was so long to like sit and wait to get in. But it was great. Someone was like, I wore an outfit that was very more fashiony than regular, and someone in French was not talking nicely about me in the elevator with us. And Arianna speaks fluent French. She can understand it, speak it, and she was like, they were saying that you looked like you're dressed for a funeral.
Also, I completely forgot about this. Before we went to the Dior Museum, my dad wanted to stop at the shoe store.
Oh my gosh.
And to get your tax reduction or whatever the heck it is.
To get your money back.
Yeah, and buying in Europe, you have to like present your passport. Well, my dad didn't have his passport on him to get his money back or whatever. So he leaves us, me, Arianna, and my mom, all in this store. Like, you know how you're like, oh, I'll leave my shoe here and go out to my car and grab my wallet? Yeah, we were the shoe. He left us there to go grab his passport back at the hotel and then came back and bought these shoes. I was like...
But also, when we're talking about like, hey, like we need to go to the Dior Museum, whatever. He goes, okay, cool, that shoe place I want to go is on the way. Liar.
It was not on the way.
It wasn't even close. So if we were going to the Dior Museum, we had to make a left out of our hotel room. We made a right.
Yeah.
And started heading up a street, went over a bunch more streets, and then kept going right. And then he was like, all right, it's time to go to the Dior Museum. It was like a less than mile walk from the hotel room back to from the museum back to the hotel room because we didn't have to take the shortcut.
Yeah. And then after I went back to the room, took a nap, and then we went back out and we went to the Notre-Dame.
We did go to the Notre-Dame.
And
oh my gosh. So at the Notre-Dame, guys, first off, the line to get in, so long.
We met a really nice couple from Florida, though. In the line.
So we talked with them. But when you go in, they have very strict rules, right? No shoulders, no cleave, no short skirts. You can guess what the three of us were doing.
Arianna had shoulders, Arianna had cleave, and I had
Lexi
a
had short skirt. So, but
they were more concerned though. So they originally told her, I'm like, you need to cover your shoulders. So she took.
I didn't have anything, and then my dad had try-on socks from trying on
those shoes
from earlier. So I had to rip holes in the socks and put them over my shoulders. I'll have Jaclyn insert a photo right here.
And then we
See
ended
those
up
black things? Those are socks.
And then we ended up getting to the like front of the line, right? So when you walk in, and they had another person checking your outfits. Well, the girl in front of us,
she was a basket case with her outfit.
Yeah.
She had her shoulders out, so she went and bought a shirt to put on, and then her skirt was too short, so they kept like you have to keep pulling it down. You have to keep pulling it down, guys. I kid you not. Her shirt was white, so you could see through it, and she had a hot pink skirt on. Her waistband was halfway at the like line of her butt, and then they were like, you're good to go.
Yeah,
now.
so like they kind of had her over to the side, and then Arianna was in front of me, and so they saw that she had kind of more of a low cut shirt on, and so the lady was so concerned with her that she didn't see the skirt I was wearing, so I just kind of slipped by her,
and it was a skirt.
And I was like, Jesus, please forgive me for my sins.
Yeah, it was had to be fingertip length.
I have long arms. Ain't nothing fingertip length on me.
When I was in school and I had to wear uniforms and it was fingertip length, my arms touch my knees, guys. I was so mad when I had to do that for my uniform. But we went through the Notre-Dame. That was
really pretty and
gorgeous. We got to like see where the fire was.
Mm-hmm. And then we went and got some lunch, and we drove back, took a cab back to our hotel. And while we were in the cab, in French, me and Arianna, so obviously Arianna being from England, we obviously talk very differently. We live in the South in Tennessee. She lives in Bristol in England. So we were like talking about like, oh, these are like sayings that we have. These are sayings that we have. And we were laughing our butts off. We were just having a grand old time. And the taxi driver didn't know that we could understand French, that Arianna could understand French. And so he said, if you're going to talk quieter in French. And then Arianna responded in French. And we were like, oh, okay. So we shut up for the rest of that cab ride.
And then we went to the Moulin Rouge that night.
Yeah, that was interesting. So we didn't think we were buying tickets for the ones with the topless showgirls. And then like...
There was boob everywhere.
30 minutes before, there was boob everywhere. I have to say, with the Moulin Rouge, they definitely didn't need to have their yitties out. I felt like that was very unnecessary.
Yeah, we didn't need boobs
The
out.
dance quality was not that good. I was thinking it would be like a Rockette. Growing up in the dance community, you always hear a lot of, oh, you could go dance at the Moulin Rouge. You can go be a Rockette. Go be on Broadway.
Yeah, no.
The dance quality was not that good.
The costumes were pretty, though.
The costumes were pretty. But then
culturally insensitive.
But yeah, besides that, I wasn't thoroughly impressed with it. But
yeah,
it was fun to go watch.
We saw the Moulin Rouge. Next day we got to go to the Louvre. Finally, yay. If you guys didn't know, they had another fashion exhibit there. But what would be a Louvre trip without going to go see the Mona Lisa herself? So here's a photo of the Mona Lisa.
Who painted the Mona Lisa? Da Vinci? But so yeah, we saw that. Well, me and my dad don't really do museums, and so we kind of just like wandered.
They sprinted.
We kind of just wandered around, and then me and my dad ended up getting so bored that we were creating our own stories with paintings. And there was one that I'm 90% sure they actually referenced Benson Boone for the painting.
They did not.
He looked just like Benson Boone. When we went back to the hotel and we chillaxed for a while.
Because that was our last day in actual Paris.
Yeah, that was our last day in actual Paris. And then we ended up, I went by this Asian restaurant that was actually so good. They had these like really cool seating area.
And the seating was cool. The restaurant was like cute. It had like koi ponds.
Yeah, there's like the whole floor of the place was like glass koi pond. Like, it was so cool.
Except they had shark fin soup, so I didn't eat. I was very upset by that. You guys know how I am about my sharks. Much I love them, and seeing shark fin soup on the menu just really upset me.
Well, and then we went and had a boat tour down the Seine, and that was gorgeous because it was at night, and so like the Eiffel Tower was.
We did get to see it sparkle,
and we just like were enjoying it on the boat.
We also got to see the Statue of Liberty.
Yes, if you did not know, when what was it? The Americans started living in
after the French had given us the not the Eiffel Tower. After the French had given us the big Statue of Liberty that you see in New York, 2 years later, the Americans living in France decided to commission a 1/6 scale of the Statue of Liberty for them. So there's actually a Statue of Liberty in Paris. So again,
fun fact, you can actually see the Eiffel Tower when looking at the Statue of Liberty. If you didn't know, you
but here's a photo of the Statue of Liberty. It's honestly not going to be great quality, but it's really small. It's really cute. And also another little fun fact, both of Lady Liberties are looking at each other. They're in a direct line across from each other, looking at each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's so cute.
And time for the fun part of our trip. The day we're going to Disneyland Paris.
Because we're Disney adults.
We wake up in the morning and my dad's like, we're taking the train. And we're all
bright
like,
and early.
we're like, oh, this isn't going to be good. We get out.
We had the option to have a driver, but my dad didn't want to use a driver because it was going to be an hour and 20-minute car ride or like a 45, 50-minute train ride.
Yeah. Okay. So here's where it gets good. All these signs are leading up to one really grand thing at the end of it. So we get out of our hotel room and we
bags in hand.
8 pieces of luggage between the 5 of us. We are walking.
Lexi and I have our 2 suitcases. Dad has 2 suitcases. Mom and Arianna only had 1 suitcase each. And then we have all of our handbags and backpacks.
And so Dad was like, yeah, we can just walk to the train station. It's like a half mile away or like a couple blocks away, something like that. We're like, what? So we're dragging our suitcases down uphill through the cobblestone. Arianna trips, falls, and like skins her knee over her suitcase. I get my shoe ripped off by the suitcase. We finally make it, and my dad's like, oh, the train station's down here. And we're like,
because the sign said to the train.
Yes, we're like, okay, so we, this is Paris. They don't really have escalators and elevators very often, so we lug all 8 pieces of luggage down this flight of stairs.
And it's the stairs to go underneath the street to go to the Arc de Triomphe, so there's a million other tourists there
there's
too.
a million other people, and then we keep walking.
We're pushing them.
And turns out that actually was not where the train was, so we had to drag our bags back up the stairs.
And I'm not talking about like maybe a couple stairs.
No, this was at least like 30 stairs minimum. And then we get up the stairs and my dad's like, oh, it's over here. So we cross the street and we finally find the actual
entrance.
Where the RER is. That's the train we were supposed to take. And this is like the world's biggest flight of stairs, steepest flight of stairs I've ever seen.
50 stairs.
So we have to drag all 8 pieces of luggages down the stairs.
And mind you, if we had just used our brains and think for a second, because where we were, there was an up escalator.
Yeah, we didn't
use on the other side of the road.
There was a down.
There was a down. But, life has its ups and downs, and this was a down moment for everything.
We can laugh at it now.
Yeah. Like, I even had to... I don't touch suitcases when it comes to stairs. I can't do it. It hurts my back. I even brought down one of Lexi's things, and I hit a pedestrian.
Yeah. I actually have that on video. But we ended up dragging our bags down those stairs.
And then we're
like, we're underground. We're like, yes,
we did it.
We made it.
Guess
and then
what?
we can see the train station, the ticket thing right in our site. Oh, wait, there's like 3 more flights of stairs you actually have to walk up. So we dragged our bags back up the stairs and we finally get there and we put all of our bags in a pile. Me, Arianna, and Arianna are all sitting in this area and Dad and Mom go to get the tickets and the tickets
takes us like, mind you guys, by the time we got there, it had been an hour.
We could have been up to Disneyland Paris already if we took a taxi.
Okay, and so you guys got that.
We're sitting there and Mom and Dad are trying to get the tickets and it's not working. And
they're having to bring Arianna back and forth over.
Yeah. And while in the middle of that's happening, they have announcements going on the loudspeakers. And Arianna is like, it's all in French. So Arianna is translating. She said, said that there's thieves sent to watch out. So... if you didn't know, like Paris and like in Europe, it's very popular for like pickpocketing to happen.
Pickpocket!
Attention, pickpocket! And so we're like,
there's pickpocketing everywhere,
especially on the trains. And so we're like,
so we've got designer bags,
clutching our bags. And so we're like, okay, whatever, like we're fine. And then so we finally get the tickets and we make it to the train and. We get in the train is full as can be and hardly a single seat was open.
Also, Parisian trains, you know how in America, guys, we get on trains and it's one level and you walk? No. There's a plateau and then there's a downstairs and an upstairs.
Yeah.
So we had to put all of the luggage on the plateau.
Yeah, there was no, because the train was so busy, there wasn't any open seats to have our bags next to us and sitting down. So what ended up happening was Arianna and Arianna found these 2 seats. So Arianna was facing us.
Just having not a good morning.
Yeah. Arianna was facing us and Arianna's back was to us. And they're right by the staircase.
Also, this is key important information.
Yeah. We can throw up a little picture right here in a moment when I get done explaining. And then they have we're on the platform and it is me, Mom, and Dad, and we have all of our little bags And like I'm standing up against the wall holding like 2 bags. My mom has a couple bags. Dad has a couple bags, and they're like in front of me. And
then
so
we're a couple train
we're
stops.
going a couple train stops, and then right as the doors are closing, these 4 guys rush on the train like in a hurry. We're like, okay, this is really weird. You just like you can get that gut feeling, and you're like,
You know that bad feeling?
oh gosh. And so we all had that feeling. So we're like, I can see one guy is like on his phone looking out the window. Okay, so we're in like a square area. And
Here's a photo.
yeah, here's a photo. One ran down the stairs, one cornered himself in one cornered himself in the other one, and the other one was in the other corner. So they're like have boxed us in pretty much at this point. And I could see one of them was staring at our bags, kind of scoping out, texting. The other 2 are on their phones, also texting. And so we're like, okay, so we're kind of like grabbing all of our stuff to like make sure like, they can't grab anything. They can't do anything. And like we and mom were like, we were not trying to like be those people and be like, oh, everybody's bad here, da 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 da. But I don't know, there's just like this really weird vibe. And so we grab the bags and we're kind of like hiding everything and making sure like nothing's grabbable. Well, they get out on the next stop, and one of the guys jumps out of the train and starts like pushing our bags. And my dad's like, what the heck is going on? And while that's happening, the other guy sticks his hand in my dad's pocket and steals his wallet, because my dad didn't put his wallet in his backpack like we told him to do 1,000,000 times.
So Mr. Ford lost his brand new wallet.
Yeah, they snatched up that little Louis V wallet. And but
Dad, luckily Dad could immediately cancel the card.
He had every
also,
card
after,
canceled.
like, because Dad starts screaming and I get frantic because I'm like, wait, what the heck?
Yeah, because he's like, pickpocket, he stole my stuff, like yelling at the guy.
And then so like I'm frantic now because therapy session real quick, I guess. I blame everything on myself. So I was like, this is my fault that Dad's wallet got stolen. So I'm very upset about that.
I started yelling at her to stop crying.
Brat. But so then Dad luckily could cancel all the cards in time.
Yeah, he had like all these cards canceled in 5 minutes.
Then he starts getting notifications. Card transaction on this. They tried charging over $10,000.
Yeah, it was like $2,000 declined at this place, $3,000 declined at this place, and we was all at the same place. We're like, what is this place? So it was just like this random little suit shop there in Paris. So we have our guess of what was going on is that this is like their headquarters or something.
Their little money laundering.
Their money laundering thing. So that's just where they go. They swipe all the money, get it all, and whatnot. So,
but yeah, we got the cards canceled. And there's obviously so much more for us to tell you guys about Paris, but
you have to wait till next episode.
Yeah,
because
so come back to next episode. Hear about how fun
Disneyland was.
Was it fun? You guys are gonna have to find out yourself by visiting us next week. Alexandria, where can they find you?
They can find me as Alexandria_Ford_ on Instagram and TikTok.
And you guys can follow me at official Arianna Ford on Instagram and TikTok as well. And you guys can follow the podcast at A2 the podcast on TikTok and Instagram. And guys, have you subscribed yet?
Why aren't you subscribed?
Did you like this video?
Maybe because you didn't subscribe is the reason why my dad's wallet got stolen.
What's up with that? So make sure you subscribe so Henry doesn't lose another wallet.
We all know that's gonna happen no matter what.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad. But subscribe, like, comment, share this with your grandma.
Your grandma loves us. We tell you to do every week. Your grandma loves us.
Grammy loves you. All right.
Speaking of grandparents.
Okay.
Sorry, our grandpa is having surgery today.
Is it today?
Yeah. Anyways, guys,
we have to go check on our grandpa. So we'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.